So, if you know me, then you know my favorite kind of content is Pokemon. However, right after Pokemon, my favorite Nintendo property and content to make is Kirby related. Now, Kirby has been one of my favorites. He actually was a mascot for me. He still is kind of a mascot for me on like my PlayStation games, and I have loved him for so long. One of my favorite characters in all of gaming and all of media in just general. And I'm super happy to say that now they have released the 30th anniversary Kirby plushies. There are 3 of them in total, and oh my gosh, they are amazing. So today I thought it'd be a very interesting topic to go over. I'm going to be showing off the 3 new ones that they released, and if you want something more like this again with Kirby content, Mario content, anything like that, please let me know because I would love to do some stuff like that. But we're going to get started with the first one, Waddle Dee. I do want to start out by saying with Waddle Dee, oh my gosh, that like so much bigger jaw is absolutely adorable. The colors on him look amazing. I feel like this is probably my favorite plush out of the 3. It's kind of hard to do that though, just because they're all really good plushies in my opinion. I feel like they're really good. They're great. The sewing on them look amazing. Waddle Dee looks great. I love the coloration of orange. I love the coloration of... Is that considered a peach tone? I'm going to call it a peach tone. I feel like Waddle Dee, as of late, with the recent things before the 30th anniversary, where they had him as the newer modern design, he didn't really... at least the ones that I know don't have mouths too often, and when they do, it's kind of smaller. So seeing them give him like a very broad chin to go along his mouth, I just feel like it fits perfectly. He is absolutely adorable. His eyeballs are also very much reminding me of the play-by-play Pokemon plushies where they had harder eyes and it's all black rather than the more brownish that I kind of see Waddle Dee as well. So that's actually a really interesting kind of take that I have for Waddle Dee. I love how he looks as his plush. I really want to get it. I probably will get it as soon as I can. I don't know when that's going to be, if it's going to be in a week or if it's going to be in a month, but I am hoping to get my hand on that beautiful Waddle Dee plush. He'll be my first Waddle Dee plush, surprisingly, so I'm super excited to do it, because right now I only have Kirby. I have a lot of Kirby's, I will be honest. I do have a good amount of Kirby's, as well as that I have 1 Meta Knight. But to get a Waddle Dee, that's kind of my mission right now, and I think as soon as I get enough money to get it, I will definitely pull the trigger, and this will be a very amazing purchase in my opinion. I do also want to state that anybody that is interested in getting this and don't know exactly what kind of brand it is a Sainai. I believe I'm saying that right. If not, it will have sucked for the past several years I've been doing content. But it is the Sainai Kirby 30th anniversary plushies. They are absolutely adorable. But speaking of Kirby, we've been talking a lot about Waddle Dee, so how about we move on to one of the Kirbys that we have in this collection. In 1993, alongside Kirby's Adventure, Kirby plushies and merchandise had a more beady-eyed looking Kirby, a more different Kirby where he had full black eyes basically, except for little white parts. He had a cute little smile, but it looked nothing how it did. His cheeks had a little bit of indents in there, and he honestly just kind of looked like a piece of chewed up bubblegum. But it worked. And now that we have the modern Kirby, it's so much fun to look at just exactly how much he has changed. I love Kirby. I have a Kirby plush from the 25th anniversary, and now we have Kirby for the 30th anniversary. And I do think he looks really good. He looks basically exactly the same as how he looked back then in Kirby's Adventure in 1990s, and he just basically pulls up the look of 1990s perfectly in my opinion. He looks great. It's a very simple look, but also it works. He's in the same pose as the other Waddle Dee plush had. However, I think he still manages to look very unique for what he is. One factor that I really enjoy about these plushies that really makes me feel like they are from the 90s is the fluff factor. I call the fluff factor because it seems so much like how it was in the past with the 90s, where Pokemon companies like Play-by-Play and other companies like that would have all their Pokemon plushies and etc. be furry and fuzzy, and they are absolutely adorable. The fuzzy, the hard eyes, which the hard eyes are also on Kirby right here. It brings out the beadiness in my opinion, but I think he looks great. And all in all, I think he is an amazing looking plushie. Like I had stated, he is basically the same pose as Waddle Dee. However, I do think the coloration that they gave for him, just like Waddle Dee, is perfect for that old time fashy Kirby gameplay. I feel like they had that little, I'm not going to say perfect, but it feels like a lighter pink that I just kind of feel more represents Kirby than some of the other tones that they kind of have been giving Kirby recently. It just makes me feel very, very well inside just seeing that coloration, which is hard to do considering I am colorblind, but I can see shades of pink for the most part, as long as they're not fully red, and I think they really delivered with this Kirby plushie. I do think out of the three, this is probably ranked number 2, right behind Waddle Dee for me. I do think I would love to get that. That being the only like 2 reasonable plushies for me to get, I think, in my opinion. The other one that I'm about to show you, wow, he is humongous, and I cannot wait to get into it. So I'm gonna stop talking about little baby Kirby, and let's go to the big daddy. And next, wow, do we have a big boy for you. We get into the main event of this whole thing, and this is the Star Rod holding sitting Kirby. And he is, oh my gosh, he's absolutely huge. I don't know if I have it showing right now, but I'm going to right away. He is amazingly just, it's hard to explain just how big this plush is without showing you guys exactly how big he is compared to a human and then compared to the other plushies in the set. So I'm going to give you guys a countdown. You ready? 3, 2, 1, show him off. Not only is he huge, but he is huge compared to a woman. And that's just the part where I'm like, I need this, too much money, I'm never gonna get this, but wow, if I was a rich man, that would be the first purchase I would ever get Kirby related. He is absolutely amazing, and I love the fact that the star wand that he's holding has not only the 30th anniversary logo on the star, but it also has another Kirby that could honestly be similar to the sizing that they have for the other 2 Kirby plushies. So not only are you getting one Kirby plushie, not only are you getting a Kirby plushie with a wand, you're getting a Kirby plushie with a wand held by another Kirby. That is just an amazing combination in my books. I feel like this plushie is going to be one of the biggest and best plushies for Kirby just in his entire lifespan when it comes to media and merchandise for him. I feel like this is like going to become one of the best Kirby merchandises talked about in so much further in the future. I just love the fact that they were also able to give it a good name tag with that 30th anniversary logo. It makes me feel like this is honestly one of the perfect Kirby plushies, not just due to his size, but also due to just what it represents. It represents in a time of history whenever Kirby is a part of it, and the fact that we were able to celebrate the 30th anniversary with a 30th anniversary specific for Kirby plushie. That's just amazing, because a lot of Kirby plushies look the same. I could show you one of my keychain plushies of him winking compared to an all-star plushie, and they are basically the same exact model. Or I could show you a, let's say back to what we were just talking about, one of the Kirby plushies from this exact set for the 30th anniversary, where it was more old school compared to another one of like Bandai's Kirby collection. You can see that they're honestly pretty similar, but I feel like this Kirby has some uniqueness to it. You're never going to see another Kirby like this with the 30th anniversary logo on a star that big with another Kirby on there. It's amazing, and I'm super happy they made it. However, there is a few questions to this. When can you get one? Where can you get one? And how much they usually cost? So give me a few, and I'm going to show you exactly how much you can find them for, where you can find them for, and if I was you, where I'd grab them. So both of Waddle Dee and Kirby's smaller plush varieties you could actually find on Mecha Japan for, I believe, 2,300 yen, which actually goes about $15, I believe. However, whenever it comes to doing it at Mecha Japan, you actually gotta pay a pretty penny, sometimes pretty penny, for shipping if you at least want to get it here before 2025. I'll be realistic and say 2025. However, there is some that I have seen on eBay already for about 40 bucks for the pair of Waddle Dee and Kirby. Honestly, I might actually grab that myself. So if it's gone, just prepared. That's the reason why, with $6 shipping, so that gets to you about $45. Not too bad, but I do think that might be the better quality when it comes to at least shipping those, unless you end up getting a lot more stuff that you want to grab on Mecha Japan, which Mecha Japan has a lot of great quality stuff that I do highly recommend. It just kind of, you gotta get your bang for your buck. So if you are planning on just getting those two guys, eBay may just be your better part. At least hopefully they won't go up in price after this or after anybody gets a viewing of it, but I do think you'll be good. And then when it comes to the big boy that we're talking about, the Kirby 30th anniversary with the Kirby wand, it is going to be 60,000 yen, which actually translates to about $407. That is a lot, but it's going to be less than what you would find on eBay for $997, which, wow, that is actually a lot more. So it's going to be kind of a hard thing to tell. I don't know what the shipping is going to be for Mecha Japan with that big boy. It may be different. I know once you go into Mecha Japan and try to order him, it does recommend you only do that solo. It will cancel any other things that you have in your box for that purchase. So if you're planning on getting him, just get that one big boy by himself. It's probably going to be pretty expensive, but that's what you see with the pricing. I do highly recommend these plushies though. They look wonderful. I am hoping to get them soon. Maybe in the future, we shall see. But I think that wraps everything up, guys. I do really appreciate you guys watching. If you did like it, make sure you like button, subscribe, and comment the question of the day that I put in the beginning of the video. What is your favorite Kirby plush from this collection? I would love to know. Waddle Dee is definitely my favorite, but they are all such wonderful plushies. I think that's going to be it for me, guys. I'm going to head out of here. Hopefully y'all enjoyed. If you guys like this Kirby content, please let me know. I want to do some Mario content. I really want to do some Sonic content as well. I love looking back at these plushies. If you can't tell, I was a big I'm a big Pat Mac. That's his name, Matt Pat. I'm a big Pat Mac kind of guy. So some videos are going to be very similar to his, at least until I get my own footing with these kind of things. But I hope you enjoyed. So see you guys next time. Peace out.